Hello there, welcome back to another class, and we're going to consider the divisibility test, and we're going to look at divisibility test of 7 and divisibility test of 11. So how can you be able to know a number is divisible by 7? What test can you be able to make for you to be able to see that this number is going to be divisible by 7? So a number is divisible by 7 if you double the last digit, subtract from the remaining number, and get a 0 or a multiple of 7. So for a number to be divisible by 7, the first thing that you need to do is to take the last digit and you double that digit, and then you subtract that product from the remaining number. If you get a 0 or a multiple of 7, then that number is divisible by 7. So let's look at an example. Our first one is 637, and in this number our last digit is 7. So if we double 7, we are going to get 14. 7 times 2 is 14. And then now we take the other number, which is 63, we subtract 14, and this one is going to give us a 49. And of course 49 is divisible by 7. It's a multiple of 7. Let's take another example. 588. Take 588. So in this number, our last digit is 8. So we double the last digit, we get 8 times 2, that is 16. And then we have our 58 there. At the other number, we subtract 16. And this one, when we subtract, we are going to get a 42. Of course, 42 is a multiple of 7. Take another example here, like 693. So our last digit is 3. We double, we get 3 times to get 6. Then we have 69, the other number. We subtract 6, we are going to get 63. And of course 63 is also a multiple of 7, meaning that this number is divisible by 7. Maybe our last example here can have 105. We want to see, to test whether the 105 is divisible by 7. So we are going to take our last digit, we double, we get 10. Then we get the other number, which is 10. We subtract our 10, we get 0. So that means that 105 is divisible. Now we are going to look at the divisibility test of 11. How can we be able to know that this number is divisible by 11? So a number is divisible by 11 if the difference between the sum of its alternate digit is 0, 11, or multiples of 11. So that's how we can be able to know whether a number is divisible by 11. Number one thing to check is the difference between the sum of its alternate digit. We are going to have some example here to work with, so that you can be able to see how can we be able to test whether this number is divisible by 11. We have the first one here, which is 8,260,439. We are looking at the difference between the sum of its alternate digit. So alternate digits, we have the first one is 8, alternate 6, we go to 4, the last 3 to 9. So we add that 8 plus 6 plus 4 plus 9. Of course, this will be to get as 27. Then that is the first alternate. Then the other one is 2 goes with 0 and then 3. So that is 2 plus 0 plus 3. This one you're going to get 5. So the difference between the sum of this alternate, you have 27 and then subtract 5, you're going to have 22. 22 is a multiple of 11, meaning that this number 8,260,439 is divisible by 11. Look at another example here, which is 712,008. You want to see, is this number divisible by 11? Instead of dividing this whole number, how can we go to 10? So we get the alternates. So 7 goes with 2, then from 2 go to 0, 3. So we have 7 plus 2 plus 0. This is going to get 9. Then the other one is 1 goes with 0, then 8. So we have 1 plus 0 plus 8. This is going to give you 9. So when you subtract the 2, the sum of the alternates, you're going to get a 0. And there you go. Our number 712,008 is divisible by 11. And lastly, we have another number that you can test here, which is 1,048,564. Want to see, is this number divisible by 11? So sum of the alternate, 1 goes with 4, then 5, and then 4. So you have 1 plus 4 plus 5 plus 4. So this one we're going to get as 14. Then the other one, the alternate 0 goes with 8. Then from 8 goes 6. So you have 0 plus 8 plus 6. So 8 plus 4, you get 14. Then the difference between these sum of the alternates, you get 14 minus 14, you get as 0, meaning that 1,048,564, that number is divisible by 11. So that's how you can be able to test whether a number is divisible by 11. You get the difference between the sum of the alternate digit. If that difference is 0, it's 11, or multiples of 11, then that number is divisible by 11. Thank you for your time.